Hey everyone, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for hanging out with me on another episode. None of you know this, but as far as my real life is concerned, not the Tsundoku life, only about 4 people are aware that I have this YouTube channel. I guess I keep things kind of private. Regardless, you've heard me talk a lot about my younger brother, Abs, he's the guy I do Brother Smash with. I also have an older brother. No one knows this. You guys don't know about my, behind the scenes life. But my older brother, recently had a birthday, and I am a terrible brother, and I didn't do anything whatsoever. I didn't forget. I knew that he was having a birthday. I just didn't know what to do or anything like that, and so I guess I stumbled and messed up. Regardless, this I'm considering kind of like a pseudo birthday present. The dude has everything he could ever want, so like material gifts don't mean a lot. So I'm trying to do something out of the box, I guess. So this is it. If you folks could join me in wishing my older brother happy birthday, this will be the first video that he sees. So what's up? And Mom, who does know I have a channel, go ahead and forward this to him when you see it in a couple days. Regardless, my older brother was he was everything, actually. He could play sports, he could draw, he was a nerd like I am, and so I guess I grew up with from not being able to speak and move by myself. I was like grown up with Spider-Man and X-Men and superheroes and video games and cards and Pogs and Calvin and Hobbes, which was a fantastic childhood. So I thank you from the most bottom primitive version of Andrew for giving me the nerd knowledge to get where I'm at today, because I like where I'm at today. Regardless, if any of you watched the Treasure in the Attic video, which is kind of long, but it is kind of cool. I was looking for my old comic books and comic cards, Pogs, things like that. Of which I found 0% of. I found a lot of cool Zoids and action figures and stuff, but beside the point, no comics, no cards. And so I was a little bit sad, but in a way I was relieved, because that meant that I could begin collecting again from ground zero. So this is the first one that I've bought. Okay, this is Batman Knightfall. This is the first volume. There are 3 of these. It is a hefty book. But Batman Knightfall was, I guess, Batman's version of the Superman story. So Superman, he's fighting Doomsday. Doomsday kills Superman, the death of Superman. That was huge in the 90s, right? Batman had to be just as cool, and so this is Bane, for those that don't know. And Bane breaks Batman's back in this volume, and so Batman's out of commission. And he's got an alternate Batman, like a benchwarmer Batman. His name's John Paul Valley. He's this blonde guy, and so he's been kind of training with Batman from the beginning of the book. The blonde Batman creates this mechanical suit. He's supposed to be Azrael, for those who know who Azrael is. But and Batman knows that, and so he's like, I'll try to make him good, or whatever. And anyway, regardless, Bane breaks all the bad guys out of jail, like Killer Croc and Joker and everybody. And so Batman, who's already extremely tired, enough to have a second Batman, has to fight all the guys, and Bane's just kind of watching from a distance, being like, that's how he does that. Anyway, Bane finally fights Batman, breaks his back, then John Paul has to jump up and be the new Batman, and he essentially goes crazy with power. Then Batman has to fight him, and it's really the coolest story. And I've always liked Batman more than Superman, and so this was the shit when I was a kid, and my older brother had the majority of these volumes. What they did was Detective Comics and Batman, Robin, all these different serializations of the Batman story. They were meh for that year, and they kind of just turned everything into the Bane story, so there's a lot of different art, just so they could get it out faster, which was awesome. And so it's a huge volume. Like I said, there's 3 of these: Batman, Knightfall, Knight's Quest, and Knight's End. But they're all like under the Knightfall saga. So that's this. I've actually already read this one, and it was fantastic cool. The art in it is kinda, I mean, it's 90s art. And like I said, some stories are really cool, and some stories are not as cool. But there's, if you dig Batman, even if you don't dig Batman, I would say that this is a pretty cool story to start with, because every villain is in it for the most part. Anyway, so that aside, so thank you very much for introducing me to Batman, as basic as that is. And then my older brother also had, at the time, hundreds and hundreds, and I had quite a few of these, like, comic book cards. There's Jubilee. So these are the Marvel specific cards, and this is all I have for right now. I couldn't find any more of them, but I'll be trying to find some more. These are actually from 1991, so they are as old as I am. And what's cool is they have statistics on the back. So like you could see Spider-Man's agility, or I guess Peter Parker's strength, speed, agility, stamina, and so there's that. There's U.S. Agent. He was awesome. I had his action figure as a kid, like the black Captain America. Freaking sweet. Psylocke. I mean, we had a bunch of action figures, my brothers and I. So my older brother actually had tons of these cards, and he had tons of the DC cards. The DC cards are cool. They had like the Bronze Age, Silver Age, Gold Age, all different variants of like Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, and all those. So they were sweet. And there's Colossus. He was an awesome dude. Punisher, Magneto. So there's that. I'm gonna try and see if I can get a lot or so of these on eBay. Just because, like I said before, I don't have them, and I would sure love to have them again. I don't know where they're at. But so the whole point of this video is happy birthday, and if you all could wish my older brother happy birthday in the comments below, that would mean a lot to me. Because without him, I would be not nearly as... I mean, this opened up all of this. Like, if I didn't start reading comics as a kid, if I wasn't playing Mario 3 as a kid, I wouldn't care about the new Marios coming out. I wouldn't care about any of that stuff. I mean, I might, but probably not. And this is so cool. Like, as far as I'm concerned, the things that I have in my library, the things I surround myself with, different comic books, video games, cards. I mean, now I'm not into Marvel, but I'm into Yu-Gi-Oh! Like crazy, and Magic the Gathering, and Pokemon, and things like that. So, Dragon Ball Z, back when that was a card game. That was pretty cool. Anyway, I've talked long enough. Hope you're having a good life, my older brother, and like I said, Mom, go ahead and show this to him. And by the way, I have a YouTube channel and whatever. So, thanks for hanging out. Hope everyone is having a good time. And like I always say, I'm trying to put out more videos now, though the craziness of my work has died down, so I'll be uploading more on a regular basis again. So I guess stay tuned, because we have a lot more fun things to talk about later on. Later, everyone.